Oh my goodness. It has been such a while since I have been able to do YouTube videos. And folks, I apologize once again. For those of you who don't know who this is, but I'm sure you do know, this is Steve K, here with you all with another video. And the last time that I did a video on here, I'm actually back on my laptop, as a matter of fact. I am now using my laptop that I used back in the day, my Dell laptop that I had. I had another one that I used for a few years or so, but it wound up having a busted screen, unfortunately. But this one has a busted screen, but I have a little monitor to use it on here, and it still works, as a matter of fact. It's a little bit close to 10 years old, I think, maybe close to that or something like that. But I'm back to do Week 16 NFL picks. And again, I know this has been a while, and I know you can't really see me on here. I'm doing the open broadcaster thing, and I'm doing it by my microphone and all that stuff. I just cannot do. I could do the webcam thing, but I don't know basically how to do that. But I'll have to figure it out. But I'm doing it this way, and I'm doing like what I used to do, how I did it on here. I don't have any Skype guests or anything like that, but that's okay. So we have some pretty good games that are going around. I mean, we got a lot of games that are coming up for this week, and then we got the playoffs coming up pretty soon. So, for the standings wise, for the AFC East, the Patriots are on top right now with an 11-3 record. Then the Buffalo Bills in second with 10-4. The Ravens in first place with 12-2. Very surprising about my Ravens doing this good. I mean, why not? Lamar Jackson's playing like an MVP, and he's doing a really good job. Same with the rest of the offense and defense. The Steelers in second place, and the Cleveland Browns in third place. They're not really in for the playoffs, the Browns, but they're, in the standings still. And the Bengals still just have one win. The Houston Texans in first place. The Tennessee Titans right behind. The Kansas City Chiefs in first place. Dallas Cowboys and Philadelphia Eagles are tied at 7-7. The Green Bay Packers at 11-3, and Minnesota Vikings at 10-4. The New Orleans Saints at 11-3, and congratulations to Drew Brees as he has become the all-time leader in touchdown passes as he passed Peyton Manning over 540 and has become the brand new leader in touchdown passes. Well deserved to him, to a future Hall of Famer, along with Peyton Manning and many others. Then we got the Seattle Seahawks at 11-3, and the San Francisco 49ers at 11-3. The Rams a little bit behind at 8-6, but we'll see about that. And as for the playoffs now, I just lost it here on my phone for a second. Sorry about that, folks. So right now, as standings look now, for the wild card matchup, it could be a possibility of the Pittsburgh Steelers in it and maybe the Kansas City Chiefs or so, but we don't know yet. We're not quite there yet because there'll be two AFC wild cards and two NFC wild cards. But like I said, we're not quite there yet. And then we'll see like who gets the number one seed and all that other stuff. Like for the who gets the number one seed in the AFC and who gets the number two seed in the NFC. Now for week 15, which again I think I tried to do on my Facebook or something like that, but I wasn't able to do, or I think I tried to do for YouTube, but I'm not too sure. But anyway, on Thursday Night Football, the Baltimore Ravens won against the Jets 42-21. The Patriots beat the Bengals on Sunday 34-13. The Buccaneers over the Lions 38-17. The Green Bay Packers over the Chicago Bears 21-13. The Houston Texans over the Tennessee Titans 24-21. The Chiefs beat the Broncos 23-3. The New York Giants beat the Miami Dolphins 36-20. Just 1 second, just looking at something, that's all. 36-20. The Eagles over the Redskins 37-27. The Seahawks over the Panthers 30-24. Jaguars over the Raiders 20-16. The Cardinals beating the Browns 38-24. The Vikings beat the Chargers 39-10. The Cowboys over the Rams 44-21. The Falcons over the 49ers surprisingly 29-22. And the Buffalo Bills over the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday Night Football 17-10. And the New Orleans Saints beating the Colts 34-7. And there you go, and now we go to Week 16. So let's get right into this. The first matchup, now we have some games that are going to be on Saturday, probably because of the holidays, because of Christmas coming up, but just for some reason they will be on a Saturday. There will be 3 of them, I believe, and yes, there will. I think it's like what it did on Thanksgiving. Like one will be, I guess, on NFL Network, or no, one will be on Fox, one will be on NBC, and one will be on CBS. I'm guessing. I don't know, but we'll see. All right, first matchup. Okay, trying to make my screen a little bit bigger here, but that's okay. Just, okay. We have the Houston Texans taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Sorry for all this stuff on here, but just had to double check on here. So the Houston Texans are favored to win by 3 points. The Buccaneers at 7-7. They're still in the possibility, I think, for a playoff spot. But the Houston Texans, with their AFC South they're the AFC South, I believe, are battling out with the Titans, and I believe the Texans are going to win this one, 26-20. Our next one is the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots in Foxborough. Now, here's the situation. If the New England Patriots win and the Ravens win, then the Ravens will clinch the number 1 seed in the AFC. Just something pretty much that's just a little thing to everybody. The Patriots are favored to win this. The Buffalo Bills did play the Patriots already, I believe, and I believe the Patriots won. And even though the Patriots are a 6.5-point favorite in this, I'm going with the Buffalo Bills in this. I'm just going to call it and just say that the Bills get this win. 23-20. And then our next matchup is, that game will be at 4:30. First game's at 1, and next is at 4:30. And then this one will be, I guess, the Sunday Night Football matchup, or Saturday Night Football matchup, if you want to call it that. And that is 2 California teams of the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers are a favorite to win by 6.5, but I actually prefer the Rams in this one. I mean, they played pretty well in their last matchup. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did. I mean, even though I just discussed them already. Well, actually, no, I take that back. They did lose to the Cowboys, but I think it's going to be a little bit of a bounce back for the Rams. I think, that they're going to get this win. I'm pretty confident in them. So, Rams over the 49ers, 26-23. Now we'll move on to the Sunday games. So starting with our 1 o'clock games, we'll do this one, the Cincinnati Bengals and the Miami Dolphins in Miami. The Dolphins do not have a lot of victories. The Dolphins just have a few, just 3. The Bengals just have 1 win. Now, they did okay against the Patriots they played against. I mean, they did all right, but then things just kind of fell apart after that. So, neither of these teams are in for the playoffs. Both of these teams are already eliminated, but the Dolphins are just a 1-point favorite. But I'm pretty confident that okay, sorry about that, folks. Apparently, the door here at the house got opened by accident. I thought somebody was there or something, but no, it was just the wind. Anyway, so as dogs here went a little crazy. Well, not really, but just barked a little. Anyway, I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals in this one. I think they're going to get their second win. I mean, the Dolphins are in a season, where they are rebounding pretty much, or rebuilding, I should say. Same thing with the Bengals, but I think it's just going to go to them. 23-16. All right, next matchup. Great, this one. The Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jets. And the Steelers, I'm pretty sure, are favored to win this one, by 3 points. The Jets, though, they're not in for the playoffs, but the Steelers are still fighting for a wild card spot. And I think the Jets are going to put up a pretty good fight because Le'Veon Bell is facing his former team. And Steelers, I think, in my opinion, are just not going to have it in this matchup. I think that the Jets are going to get the victory, even though with their loss against the Ravens on Thursday Night Football, but they did do pretty well. But I think they're going to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. I know it may sound crazy, but once again, it's called a prediction. I'm just going with what I feel confident with, so there you go. Jets over the Steelers, 26-20. All right, next one, this matchup. We have the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. This matchup should be pretty not much to say about. I mean, the favorite to win in this one is the Washington Redskins by 2.5. I'm going on the opposite side. I'm going to go with the Giants. I like the fact that Eli Manning is playing again for them. I know some people are probably not big on the fact about him playing again, but in my opinion, he deserves to be starting. He's a great quarterback. Some people may disagree, and there is a possibility he'll be a Hall of Famer one day. People were asked a question of that on Facebook, and they said, will he be a Hall of Famer? And a lot of people said yes. Some people said no. But I just like the fact of him starting more over that guy Daniel Jones, or I think that's what his name is. So give me the Giants over the Redskins. 26-16. Our next matchup is going to be the Carolina Panthers and the Indianapolis Colts. A matchup between two teams. Well, the Colts are still in it, but the Panthers are not. And the Colts are favored by 7. Still could finish the season 8-8 if they win the rest of their games. And I think they will win this game against the Panthers. Colts 24 and Panthers 14. Our next matchup is the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Atlanta Falcons in Atlanta. Still a battle of teams two teams that are not in the playoff race. But should be a pretty decent matchup as the Jaguars came off a surprising victory, and same thing with the Falcons, I think. Yeah, because the Falcons wound up upsetting the 49ers, I believe, and the Jaguars beat the Raiders. Well, the Raiders really are possibly going to be moving to Las Vegas and become the Las Vegas Raiders, so there you go. So, there's not a whole lot to say about this one. I'm going to go with the Falcons over the Jaguars. 23-16. 23-16. We'll do that one next. We'll do this one. This one is the New Orleans Saints and the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee is still in the race, but the Saints are playing extremely well, like a Super Bowl contender team, like a few other teams too. And the Titans are still in it, as they are, I think, in second in the AFC South for their division, while the Saints are, I believe, leading for theirs. I believe they are. I think they're NFC South, they're NFC South. Okay. So, give me the New Orleans Saints in this one. I mean, Drew Brees is freaking amazing, and the Titans are pretty good as well, too, but I don't think they have what it takes to stop the future Hall of Famer Drew Brees and his Saints. So, Saints over the Titans, 30-20. And now we get into not the 4 o'clock games yet. We have to get into this one, which is, of course, the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland. Or the Dog Pound, if you all still want to call it that. I mean, well, this should be a pretty good matchup, but however, in the last matchup when the Ravens faced the Browns, it was in Baltimore and the Ravens were not successful, which was a very, very, very bad loss. I mean, it was a loss we should not have had. We only should have one loss right now. I mean, even though the Cleveland Browns at first were favored to win the AFC North, but look what's happened now. The Browns only have 6 wins and 8 losses. They still have a chance maybe to tie the Steelers, but if the Steelers wind up losing the rest of their games and the Browns win the rest, but I think pretty much that this is going to go in favor to the Ravens, no doubt. The Ravens are a 10-point favorite, and this is a matchup where if the Baltimore Ravens win this game, the Ravens are the number 1 seed in the AFC, because it wouldn't matter for the next game. The Ravens would have a 2 or 1.5 or 2 game lead over the Patriots. Even if the Patriots lose on Sunday, and if we lose 2, then we still would clinch or get the number 1 seed, I think. But if the Ravens win and the Patriots win, it's still no difference because the Ravens would clinch. So if the Ravens pretty much win against the Browns, they clinch number 1 seed in the AFC. So there you go. So Ravens over the Browns, 33-16. I think this is going to be pretty much where the Ravens get their revenge. So they were pretty banged up, from Thursday, and they had a lot of rest, and they're having a lot of rest now because of the fact they're playing on Thursday, and now they play this Sunday, so they've had a pretty good amount of rest. All right, so there you go, Ravens over the Browns. Quote the Raven, nevermore. Now we get into the 4 o'clock games. First one is the Oakland Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Still remember when they were called the San Diego Chargers, but now it's just LA Chargers. I think I don't know if the Raiders are still in it. They might still be in the hunt, but I don't know. I don't think the Chargers are. But I think the Chargers are going to get this one. They're a 7-point favorite, and I'm pretty sure that it will go to the Chargers. 26-20. Next one is the Detroit Lions and the Denver Broncos. Not a lot to say about this one. Both teams are not in the playoffs. Denver's a 7-point favorite, and I think it's going to go actually to the Lions. I'm pretty sure it's going to go to them. I'm going to go on the opposite side. Let's go 23-17 for this one. Next, the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. And by the way, the Arizona Cardinals waived their linebacker, future Hall of Famer Terrell Suggs. And Terrell Suggs did not return to the Ravens. He was claimed by a team, but I will get into it soon. This matchup, though, between the Cardinals and Seahawks is not a good one because the Seahawks are a 9.5-point favorite, and I think it's going to go to them. 27-16. I will get to the team that Terrell Suggs was claimed to after I talk about this one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. This matchup should be a very good one because this is a battle between these two teams in the NFC East. So who's going to get it? We don't want to go to a tie, though. It's, pretty much a matchup, where one of these teams could go to the playoffs and one could not, or both could if one of them may clinch a wild card. You never know. I'm going to go with the Cowboys. I'm going to try and, take a guess and just go with the Cowboys. I think it's going to just go in favor to them. 30-26. Now our next one is the Sunday Night Football matchup between the team that did claim Terrell Suggs, the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Chicago Bears. Very surprising that Terrell Suggs did not return to the Ravens. It would have been nice because he is possibly going to retire, and I thought it'd be fitting and appropriate for him to return to the Ravens. But instead, he decided to go to them, but that's fine. It's his decision. Now, the Bears are still in this. They're 7-7, while the Chiefs are battling it out with the Patriots, I believe, in the AFC. Or no, they're the AFC West. Excuse me. I'm sorry. So, yeah, they pretty much have the number one seed, and well, not the number one seed. I mean, first place in the AFC West. I think it's West. Yeah. So, Chiefs over the Bears, 26-18. And our next matchup is dun 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 dun. Dun 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 bum 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 bum. Some people may not like when I do that, but I just do it just for the heck of it. Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings on Monday Night Football. This should be a pretty good matchup. The Packers are right now battling it out with the Vikings in the NFC North for this spot. I mean, yeah, the Packers have clinched a playoff spot. Yeah, they clinched a playoff berth, but the Minnesota Vikings have not yet, as they are battling it out for the NFC North with them. And this should be a pretty good matchup. The favorite in this one is the Minnesota Vikings by, 4.5. And I'm going to go with the Packers. I mean, I know there's a lot of picks that I picked in this one by picking the other person instead of the favorite to win, but once again, that's why it's called a prediction. So I'm just going to go with the Packers in this one. Just think it's going to go to them. 26-20. I think that's how it shall be. And that's about it. That is it. So, once again, I apologize because I have not been making YouTube videos. I am trying to do the best I can to make some more videos. I haven't really been able to do a lot on my phone because my phone's been messing up a lot. Sometimes when I do videos and it stops the video, like when I'm in the middle of doing it, and some reason it stops. I don't know why. But I'm trying to film more. I want to try and film them on my video camera that I have, but I still am trying to use Open Broadcaster. But thank you all, for your support as well. That's been, still supporting me, even though I've been busy with moving and holidays coming up and a few other things too. But like I said, I'm still trying to do videos as much as I can. I'm just doing, taking it one step at a time and just, take it nice and easy and nice and slow and just whatever I can do. But there you go. All right, so thanks again, everybody, for watching. This is going to wrap it up for Week 16 NFL picks. So apologies once again for not doing the rest of the picks, but I'm sure you all understand. So thanks again for watching. As always, if you do like this video, please hit the like button. Comment, no negative stuff. Subscribe. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. And you all take care, and thanks again for watching.